Good morning, everybody. It is me. I am back again with another motivating, inspiring, encouraging, empowering video in order to help you get to the last part of the finishing of our videos for this week, right? For you to get over that hump, for you to get to the last few days of the stretch of what we've been doing with these videos of sharing such great content information in order to help you to reach your goals, to help you to prepare yourself so that you're more successful in reaching your goals going into 2022 and the years beyond. And so I've shared great content with you. We've talked about letting go from things in your past. We've talked about, how to become a positive thinking person, how to let go of the past, how to let go of negative energy in your life, how to eliminate certain people in your life that are negative. We've talked about moving forward. We talked about forgiving ourselves. We talked about forgiving other people. I've even shared with you on how I went from that chick being that person that was a worrywart, a stressful person, somebody that was stressing all the time, somebody dealing with anxiety, dealing with depression. I was that chick years ago. I went from that chick to this chick, 10 and a half plus years, and I'm still in. It's almost 11 years now that I've been on this journey of living life and just enjoying it, just really enjoying myself. And when I talk to you guys about, the different characteristics of yourself, your attributes that you have, what makes you you, what's inside of you that makes you you. Now, these emotions and your character, your traits, they're all there. This person, this happy-go-lucky person that you probably were before, this person that had a zest for life, you probably was that person before that was the clown in the classroom, class clown, right? Or maybe the life of the party. These traits, these attributes, they were you anyway, right? But life happened. And when life happened, it caused you to start looking at things differently. It caused you to start seeing yourself differently. Different situations, you were looking at your life in a totally different light after life experiences happen. And so these emotions, or the person that you are, is still in you. They're just sitting dormant inside of you. And what I want to do is help you to get out of that area in your life, right? Help you to get out of that stuckness that you think that you're in. Help you to get back into the zest for life, all of those happy emotions that you have, being happy, being grateful, being thankful, being joyful, feeling fulfilled, having your peace back. I'm a big proponent on holding on and protecting my peace. I promise you I am. And so I want to help you get to that level so that you will be able to get to that level of being able to protect your peace at all costs, right? And you can get your life back together, get that joy back in you, that happiness back in you that is there. It's just like I said, it's dormant inside of you. And in order to get that back, first you got to make a decision. You got to make a choice to say, I don't want to live my life like this anymore. I want change. I want to see my life transform. I want to see my life fulfilled. I want to see my life different than how it's been for the past from 20 to 21, right? Just go these 2 years. You don't even have to go beyond that. Just go these 2 years. I don't want my life to be the way that it has been from 20 to 21. And now we're going into 2022, and I want something different. I don't want to feel the same way that I felt before. I don't want to think the same way I thought before. I want to, see that light at the end of the tunnel that I didn't see before. But how do you get a chance to see that? How do you see that? You have to be able to change the way you're seeing things. You have to change your mindset. Your mindset has to change. If you don't change the way you think about things, the way you see things, nothing's going to make a difference. Like Dr. Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you can change the way you see your life, see the environment around you, your job, your family, your friends, when you see them differently, that's when it's going to make a change in you. When you can see something different and you want something different and you're willing to put forth the effort, you're willing to put forth the time, you're willing to put forth, the grit and everything that you got to put in there, right? You got to get on your grind in order for it to be different. So I want to share this with you. I had some quotes that I was going to share with you first, but I'm going to share this with you, this board that I created. You probably can't see it this way, but I'm going to turn it around so that you can see it. I started writing this board, this decision board, actually, a couple years ago when I was writing my first book. And I was sitting there, and as I was writing my book, the book that I first wrote was, it's called Planning Your Escape, The Key to Your Freedom. It's about domestic violence. and it's a resource book. And so as I was writing that book, one of the thoughts came into my mind was a decision. When we're in these kind of a relationships, we have to make a decision to decide to leave from that environment. We have to make a decision to say, I'm worthy, I deserve better than this. That's the first thing, right? When we have those thoughts, then later on, we can start putting things into motion. But if we never have that thought in our mind to say, I deserve better than this, I need to be out of this relationship, that's because we've been emotionally beat down. And so those decisions are not going to come as quick as it would be for someone that's not in that kind of a relationship. Those thoughts are going to come a lot quicker, okay? It damages, being in a domestic violence relationship damages your critical thinking skills. I know because I'm a survivor, and I know when I was in that situation, my critical thinking was not where it was supposed to be. And so therefore, because it wasn't, I didn't make some of the healthy decisions that I should have made even back then. So sharing this information with you. Now, this board that I created, I'm going to read some off and then I'm going to show you what's on here. So now I've titled it to say, decisions are powerful. Decisions are powerful. They can expose your lifestyle. A decision that you make can expose your lifestyle to other people. It can reduce stress. It can show weakness, a decision that you make. You can learn from those decisions, whether it be positive or negative. You're going to learn something from the decision that you make. It creates energy, right? Making a decision, you can take control of your life, which is what I'm asking you to do in these videos. Since we've been paying it, I've been playing these videos or recording these videos since day 2 of December. And I've been sharing with you so much great content information on here about how to get your life to where you want it to be for 2022 and beyond, right? Not just till next year, but the years beyond. But you got to maintain everything that we've been talking about. And I've shared with you how to maintain that, right? So before, on our last day, I'm going to share some more information on how to maintain everything, all of the information that I've shared with you, okay? And so that video is going to be a good video as well. So now when we talk about decisions, they can help other people. The decision that you make can help somebody else. It can hinder somebody else as well, the decision that you make. So you can help somebody or you can hinder a person with your decisions that you make. It can explain a person's past when you make a decision and say, well, I'm not going to be this person that I was because this is what I went through. I'm making another choice. I'm deciding to do something different like I did, right? I went from being stressful, dealing with anxiety, dealing with depression, being a worry wart. I went from that chick to this chick. I made a decision and I put forth the effort to do that. That's what I'm hoping that you all are going to do as well. Make a decision to stop doing the same things that you've been doing, which we know that's called insanity. If you're doing the exact same thing and you're expecting a different outcome and you have not gotten that different outcome, that's the definition of insanity. We don't want you to stay in that mindset of insanity thinking, right? And insanity doing. We don't want you to stay in that mindset. We want you to get out of that and come to the other side. Come on over to the other side, right? And when you come to the other side, then you're going to see your life start to change, okay? But it starts up here, a decision, your choice. You making that decision. So now also, when you make a decision, it can create positive energy in your life or it can create negative energy. It just depends on the decision that you make. It can help you to grow from a mistake when you make a decision, right? It can also increase stress depending on the decision that you make, right? It can encourage yourself or it can encourage someone else. It can inspire someone else, your decision. It can empower another person, the decisions that you make. It can also be deciding to practice self-love for yourself, self-talk to yourself, right? Making a decision to say, this is what I'm going to do. And you're talking to yourself in the mirror. You're just talking to yourself however you want to talk to yourself, right? Just sitting on your bed. Well, this is what I'm going to do. You're making a decision. You're deciding on something to do. So now let's see. I'm going to share with you this board that I created, okay? And I hope that you all will be able to see it and that it will make a huge impact on your life. I'm going to share this with you. So if you're just joining, we are talking about decisions and how powerful decisions are, okay? So now this is a board that I created just sitting one day writing my first book. And it was about domestic violence, as I mentioned before. And I was saying that the person needed to make a decision in my story. And so these are some of the things that I started to write down about when you make a decision, how impactful that is for your life and how impactful that can be for someone else's life. So just kind of overlook my cheer. This is the cheer that I made last year, guys. I reupholstered this cheer. So just kind of overlook the cheer, but look at if you can see the words clear, okay? You may have to do a screenshot of this part that I'm showing you in order for you to be able to make it larger so you can read everything that I have on here. So now, as you can see, where I mentioned decisions are powerful. That you can take control of your life. It can be motivating for others, right? It can increase or decrease relationships, the decisions that you make. It can eliminate drama and negative energy in your life. Your decisions help others, right? I even put on here, it brings peace. So it gives you freedom as well. So just some things to just kind of, think about when we're talking about decisions and you making a choice. Let me put this back on here, guys. Okay. So you making a choice to decide on doing something different going into 2022 and beyond. Now, the information I'm sharing with you, I don't want you to just use it for 1 year. I want you to make a lifestyle change with this information. Excuse me, with this information that I've been sharing with you. Make a lifestyle change. Look towards changing the way you think. Like I said a few minutes ago, Dr. Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I'm going to post that again on my page. Think about when you make a decision, it doesn't just affect you in some situations. Sometimes it just affects you. But in other times, that decision that you make, it affects you, your children, your family, everybody around you. Okay? So think about the decisions that you're making going into 2022. I want you to start up here. First, I want you to start making a decision for yourself, holding yourself accountable, holding yourself responsible for your life and the decisions that you're going to make going forward, and using that as a way to help to strengthen you, to give you confidence, to give you more of a zest for life, more fulfilling way of thinking about your life by making those decisions to do something different, to come out of whatever that was for you. I told you what mine was: depression, anxiety, worrying, being stressful. Those were things that I was holding on to. And I let those things go over time, right? It was a process to get to where I am almost 11 years later. I'm on this journey. I have so much zest for life. And like I told you before, all of those emotions, those happy emotions that you have, those positive emotions that you have, the positive attributes about you, the person that makes you you, the characteristics you have, your attributes, all of that is still in you. They've just been dormant because of the life experiences that you've gone through. So to get them from being dormant, you got to start depositing into you, which is what I've been sharing with you in these videos. You got to deposit into you in order to make yourself get to the place of where you were so intended to be. Not to become a whole new person, okay? Because I don't know that we can become a whole new person. I think what happens is the attributes, the characteristics, the person that we really were intended to be has been dormant. And we're trying to get that from being undormant to being back into being active, right? Into our life. So we don't want to keep those dormant emotions in there. We don't want to keep ourselves like that, the inner person of who we really are. We want to let that person out and because we had her out at some point. We had him out at some point, right? And because of life, we let it go back into a shell. So I want you to get that person out of the shell, let her or him out, and let her or him enjoy the rest of the years that they have on this earth, okay? Seeing something different, thinking something different, feeling something different. Being that person you were so intended to be, your authentic, unique self. You've heard me say this before. I want you to be your authentic, unique self. And how can you do that? You can do that by practicing some of the things of what I shared with you. Now, everything I've shared may not apply to you, but take what is applying to you and use it for your benefit. It can make a world of a difference. So now, let me share this with you as far as these quotes that I'm going to post on my page. Now, the first one is we're talking about the decision that all of what I'm sharing with you, believe it or not, surrounds around living your life, being grateful, being thankful, being appreciative, and not living in lack. Every conversation that I've shared with you is going to get you to that point, okay? I may start off saying something different and come on around into a whole nother story, but trust me and believe, I'm still going to take you right back to, that's what we're talking about, is being able to live a grateful, thankful, and appreciative life. And be happy and joyful. Get all of those emotions, those happy emotions back, right? Back into your life. So now let me read these quotes. I have 2 that I'm going to post on my page for you. And I apologize that I've missed posting some of the other ones. I'm going to start getting better, okay? I know we only got a couple more days left, but I'm going to get better. Always make decisions that prioritize your inner peace. Woo! I am so protective of my inner peace. I promise you I am. I guard that with my life. Like, I'm not letting anybody come in my life that's negative. You're not going to stay too long. Once I find out you're negative, once I find out you're messy, you're a drama-filled person, oh my gosh, I got to guard my peace. I have to. Because my peace and my mind, to me, is connected. Okay? My inner person and my mind is connected to me. And it may not be like that with you guys. But when I say it's connected, it's like, if I'm not at peace, my mind is just like all over the place. And that should be for everybody. When you're not at peace, you're not going to be thinking right. So I have learned through the years to guard my peace. I have. It is so very important to me. I absolutely love my peace. Not having the drama in my life, not having the messy people in my life. I absolutely love that. Okay. I mean, when I'm talking about in my life, I'm talking about family and friends. I don't have anybody in my life that's messy like that. I've guarded my peace. And when I find people that are in that way, you know, if it's meant for me to pour something into their life, then that's what I'm doing. But if it's not meant for me to pour anything into their life, for some reason, God just weeds these people out of my life. So I don't have to deal with them. And I absolutely love that. So you have to find a way to rid people or weed people, however you want to say it, out of your life that are messy, that are drama-filled, because that is going to mess up all of your peace, all of your positive energy. That's just going to mess it up. Okay. And you don't want that. So now the next thing is decisions are, now I'm going to read this one twice because this is really good. Decisions are the hardest thing to make, especially when it is a choice between where you should be and where you want to be. Let me read this again. Decisions are the hardest thing to make, especially when it is a choice between where you should be and where you want to be. That's powerful. I'm going to definitely make sure I post this on my page. I really, truly hope that something that I shared with you all today, with these quotes that I shared with you, with the message that I shared with you today, is going to help you if you still were feeling like you kind of like on the edge and, you know, on the fence and maybe like, well, Jackie, I need a little bit more help. I'm hoping that today with this message that it helped you out. With the information that I shared with you, to help you to get over that hump, to help you to get that last few bits and pieces of those thoughts to say, you can't do that. I'm hoping that what I shared with you today is giving you strength, is giving you power, is empowering you, right? Is giving you control over your life, because all it takes is one decision. And for you to make that decision and say, this is what I'm going to do. Just decide today. I want my life to be different. So now I'm going to help you with how another part of this process can help you. So I want you to get a piece of paper, fold it in half. On one side, I want you to write down what's stopping you from being this person that you want to be. Is it because of a past life experience? You know, is it because you dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety? Is it because, you know, maybe you using drugs, using alcohol? Maybe it's because of your diet. Maybe these are some of the reasons why you feel like you can't get over that hump and get to be the person that you so true desire to be. Is it because of how you're eating? Maybe you feel like, okay, well, I can't stop eating the kind of foods that I'm eating. So this is why, you know, and you put this on the other side. Why? What is stopping you from being this person that you so desire to be? So that's on one side of the paper, right? On the other side, I want you to turn it over and I want you to write down what are the benefits. So if you stop drinking, stop smoking, stop getting high, what's the benefits? If you start eating healthier, that's the benefit, right? Your health is going to increase. If you stop holding on to something from your past, then you're going to have positive thinking, right? You're going to not hold on to the past. If you forgive somebody, is it because you haven't forgiven someone? If on the other side, you say, well, once I forgive them, then I'm not going to have that emotional connection to that person anymore, right? Because I've let that go. So whatever that may be on the other side, think about it. What could be the benefits? Even if you just go off of the videos that I've shared with you, and messages that I've shared, what could be the benefit if you let all of this go in order to help you to become that person that you so desire to be? I know it's in you. I know you can do it. I got faith in you, and I know that you can do it. You just need that extra push. And I'm hoping that something that I said today, the extra push, extra encouragement, inspiration, motivation, whatever it is that I'm doing for you on these videos, I sure hope and pray that it is touching you in a way that you're going to make those changes in your life so that your life can be different, okay? Be the way that God intended for it to be, or your higher power, whoever that is may be for you. For me, it's God. So whatever God has placed on your heart, or whatever you feel that you want to do, I'm hoping that something that I've shared with you since day 2 of December, all the way up until now. We've been doing these videos. Today is day, 21 for us, right? And so we've been doing these, I've been posting these videos and sharing this information. We only have 2 more days left. We got until Friday. So we got Thursday and Friday left for me to share more information with you. And I'm hoping that you are getting these meat and potatoes. You're getting these golden nuggets. It's making a difference for you. Because we only got 2 more days, okay? And I'm going to hit it hard on these next 2 days. So hopefully this day was a great day for you guys. Look forward to tomorrow and Friday to get more information. And with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Stay inspired, stay encouraged, be motivated, empower someone else, and live a life that's grateful and thankful. And I'll see you guys when you got it on the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.